Hi everybody, it's Leah of Seejanedrill, and I'm in a big box store in the appliance section, and I'm looking at electric ranges. Now here's something you may not know, and that is when you purchase an electric range, it doesn't come with the power cord. You have to purchase that separately. But here's the thing. You have to know which cord to purchase. And I'm going to show you how to determine that, and then I'm going to show you how to hook it up to your stove. Coming up next. Now, to determine whether or not you need a 4-prong plug like this one right here, or you need a 3-prong plug like this one, you have to look at the receptacle in your kitchen. Now, this is what a 3-prong receptacle looks like. Now, if you have this receptacle in your home, then you know what you need is a 3-prong range cord. Now, if your receptacle looks like this one here, then what you need is a 4-prong cord. Now, this is what we need right here. It's a 3-prong range cord, and that's what we're going to install today. We're at the back of the stove. This is where you want to start, okay? And what we're looking for is we're looking for our access panel. And in our case, it's here in the lower right-hand corner. So we have one screw here that's holding our access panel in place. It's a Phillips head. You may have a hex nut, but in our case, we have a Phillips. So I'm going to take a Phillips screwdriver, and I'm going to remove this one screw. Now, I can just remove the panel and set it aside. Now, keep in mind, you may have more than one screw that's holding your panel in place. In our case, there was just the one. Now that our access panel is removed, we have a clear view of where we need to attach our cord. Let me show you how this is done and what each one of these represent. I don't want you to feel intimidated by this, okay? Because it's really very, very simple. This is called a terminal block. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to remove all 3 lower screws. So let's do that. And we have 1, 2, 3 terminals. Now I want you to notice that this wire here is black. We have white wire and red wire, okay? Now the left-hand side here, the black, that's a hot terminal. The right-hand side, the red terminal, that's a hot terminal. And the center terminal is neutral. Now, I want to show you our power cord here. Here's our power cord, all right? Now, what you'll notice is, well, it's not color-coded. So how do I know which lead, which wire, to put on which terminal? It's a little confusing, right? This is the way it works. Your center wire here is your neutral. Your left and your right wires, well, they're your hot wires, and they're interchangeable. You could put this on this left-hand wire on the right-hand side, and you could put the right-hand wire on the left-hand side. The one that you have to make certain that you hook up to a designated terminal is your center one, because that's your neutral. The center wire must be attached to the center terminal. What we're going to do is, well, we're going to attach it the way it's set up. We're going to attach our left-hand wire to our left side terminal and our right-hand wire to our right side terminal. And then, of course, the center wire, which is our neutral, that's the one you have to make certain that you attach correctly, is going to go to our center terminal, which is denoted by white wires. Okay, now it's time to install our wire. Now what we have to do is we have to fish up our wire through an access hole underneath our stove. We're going to fish that up just like so. Now you wouldn't want your wires just dangling loose. You want to make certain that you secure your wires because you don't want the wires coming loose from the terminals, because if they do, wow, you're going to have a very dangerous situation. So the way you secure your wires to the stove so they don't pull out, what you want to do is you want to use a strain relief. That's what this is right here. It's called a strain relief. Sometimes they're squarish like this one. Usually they're round. Doesn't matter if you have one like I have here or you have a round one. They serve the same purpose. And what that does is it secures the wires to the body of the stove so they don't pull loose when you're backing the stove away from the wall, okay? Let me show you how to attach one of these to the stove body and to secure the wires. Now I open it up because it'll make it easier to fish our cord through. Now it's time to install it. Now I'm going to slide underneath our stove. First I'm going to just insert the first little ear there. We're going to look at that as an ear. There we go. So we're in place. Now I'm just going to spin it around, okay? So now I'm going to fish my wire through the strain relief and through the bottom of the stove. Just like that. Now give yourself enough wire so you can attach your leads to the terminals. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten the strain relief from beneath the stove. That's going to really clamp it in place. There are 2 screws on each side of the strain relief. What that will do is it's going to attach our wires securely to the body. It's going to make it impossible for these wires to be pulled away from the terminals. Now that our cord is secure, it's time to attach. Now our center cord is attached to our white. That's our neutral. And that's what we're going to attach first. It's going to screw our screw back in. Make certain that it's secure, okay? What we have left is we have a hot terminal on our left and a hot terminal on our right. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach our left hot wire to our left hot terminal. This is secure. Now we just have one more wire to attach. This again is our hot wire, and this is a hot terminal. Now that I've got my cord attached, let's just make certain that our connections are nice and tight. All right, they are. Now let's go down below and make certain that our strain relief is attached securely. Our cord isn't moving, so we know that the strain relief is doing its job. Now we're taking our access panel and we're going to reattach it. Okay, so our panel's in place, our cord is attached, and all we have to do is, there we go, push the stove in place. So let's turn on a burner. We're going to turn it on high here. There we go. We've got power. We know everything's working as it should, and look at how quickly the element has heated up. Let's take a look inside. And there we go. Our light is on. That tells me we did our job. This is Leah saying you can do this. See you next time.